Greetings! I'm Lateka S. Carter, CEO and Executive Consultant of LSC Global LLC. It's a coaching and consulting company primarily for women. Now, I know you looked at your calendar and it said Wednesday. It really does, but in the world of us women, it's Women's Day. Hey, it's Women's Day, and I come to push you into your destiny. I want to talk about that one word that a lot of people say out of their mouths, but don't necessarily know how to obtain it. Promotion. Promotion. Repeat after me. Promotion. It's time for you to be promoted. It is time for you to do something different. Are you ready for change? Are you ready for different? Well, I want you to come on in and just listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. But before I move into that, hey, it's Women's Day, right? Right? It's Women's Day. It is Women's Day. And those of you who continue to watch with me or follow me, you already know what I love to say is, don't get it twisted. It's our day every day. But just to let you know, it's Women's Day. And this is our day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's Women's Day. Every day. But today, most importantly, it's Women's Day. And I'm pushing you into your destiny. So with that being said, promotion. It's time for you to be promoted. And sometimes we don't always know what needs to be done in order to be promoted. And it doesn't mean you're trying to exalt yourself. It doesn't mean that you're trying to get on somebody's radar and do it yourself. What it means is if you know that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of dealing with the same nuances in life day by day on your job. You need a career shift. You need a change. A change can even, not just in the atmosphere of the scenery in our own homes or outside of where we live, but also where we work. That work environment in which most of us seem like we give so much more to our jobs than we do to our own families and even to our own lives. So if you're going to work, and you know you gotta pay your bills. You know you gotta, you just know you gotta do what's right when it comes to that. Because if a man does not work, then he does not eat. And that means if a woman does not work, she don't get that bag. And it's time for us to get the bag. And getting the bag doesn't always mean that promotion, and that means you're getting more money, because more money comes with a lot of more problems and more responsibilities. So that means you have to be ready to handle the responsibilities. You have to be ready to become that problem solver. And we want to earn those six figures. We want to become millionaires and billionaires, trillionaires, what have you. But there are a lot of responsibilities that come with more money. Say that with me. More money, more money, more money. We know we love to have more money. And it's not just because we want to rack up on the shoes and get our shoe game tight or get our purse game right, or those of you who love makeup and fashion, just rocking the best of everything. What it means is you are in a role and you know it's time for change. And when I say it's time for change, it doesn't always mean that you're bailing that job to go to another job, looking for something different with the manager, looking for something different with the coworkers, looking for something different, and looking for more money. Because again, more money comes more responsibilities. And your mindset has to be right in order for you to handle the responsibilities, not to mention time management and having perfect timing for this opportunity and change. So if you know this is you, please continue to listen to this video and let it encourage your heart, as well as give you some nuggets on advancing in your career field or your career path. So In this particular situation, I just would like to use the same company, for example. So using the same company, I'm just going to throw a name, ABC Company. We just make it easy for you. So ABC Company, you've been working on that job, let's just say 3 years. You've been working on that job. You've been in the same role 3 years, and you have coworker A. You already know sometimes you're having to do most of the work, but you paid attention to coworker B, coworker A, the people that are on your team. Maybe the management style, you're kind of tired of it and you're ready to do something different. You know that there is more. And here's the thing that I want to bring you into when I'm sharing this with you. Have you ever considered job shadowing? Something so easy, and I have been promoted so many times just because of job shadowing, which means you can't be that worker or that employee that always comes to work and want to do the bare minimum. Again, this is a mindset thing. This is when you know you enjoy working for the company where you are. It just may be time for something different, time for you to learn more, or maybe you want to learn the ins and outs of the actual process flow of your department, or even go to a different department. So I want to share with you how you can start that path on being promoted. And that is, go to the intranet on your site or the website to see what new job positions are available with that company. Sometimes we don't always go out there to look to see what is available. We just hear it, in the break room, or if you have cafeterias where you work, or cafes where you work, we'll go to those places and we hear the little buzz in the ear. Did you know such and such was hiring in that department? I'm gonna apply, what have you. But it's always great to just go to their website or to the path that they have designated where they have employment opportunities. And there are a lot of opportunities that some companies have that are exclusively for in-house employees first, meaning they're going to allow for their employees to receive opportunities of these particular job roles before they put it to the public, or place the ad for the public to apply. They will do an in-house job surfing to see if any employee is wanting to apply for whatever the role is. And if you see something out there that strikes your attention, especially if it's in the same location, then really look at the job description, look at what they're requiring. And then if you feel that that is something you want to do, you may not have all the ins and the outs of everything that it's requiring of an employee to have when it comes to the job role or the job descriptions, then you can always go to your manager or that person that's in charge of you and let them know, I am really interested in this particular role. And the other thing to going to your manager or supervisor or whomever it is, sometimes it is HR, and letting them know, I'm really interested in B role. Let's just use it for example. I'm interested in the B role. So you can let them know, I'm interested. What would I need to do to apply? That's one thing that you can ask them, like, would you be able to recommend me for this position? When I say, would you want to, what do you need to do to apply, is asking them if they would recommend you to apply for that service, or not service, but B role, recommend you for that job role. The other part to that is, if you know you just want to test it out and see, ask them about, would it be possible for me to do job shadowing in this B role? And you just never know if it really is something that your manager or supervisor or whomever has been watching your work ethic, has been watching how you handle your responsibilities on your job, even us coming in on time, signing in on time, working late when overtime is offered. if overtime is offered. I'm sorry, so you can forget it from me. But I'm just saying, all those times that I was out there in the field, I was always working overtime. Why? Because I needed the bag. I had kids I had to take care of. But beyond that, I wanted to learn more about the company that I was working for. So you may be wanting to learn more about the company that you work for, meaning get your foot in another position where you can learn more about that company and you start advancing in roles. And I'll never forget, I came in on one job as an assignment through a temp agency. Well, they were able to offer me a position, took months, but they were able to offer me a full-time position. And I started that position, but a few months later, I heard about a new opportunity that they had in a different department. It was a new position altogether. Well, I put my name out there and said, you know what, I'm really interested in that position. And I went to the manager that was over me at that time, and I began to say, I'm really interested in this position. What do I need to do to apply? Or could you recommend me? And I know since that time we have really advanced technology-wise, so therefore most of the time you just hit that apply button, upload your resume, but please, please, please make sure your resume is in top notch before you actually submit your resume. As well as it's great to get a recommendation from your manager, that person that you're up under them, they know your work ethic, they've been signing off on your reviews. That would be great to have that to tag along with your actual resume. Now, if you want to do the job shadowing, also get that recommendation from your manager so that he or she could talk to whomever that manager, whomever is in charge of that particular department where you want to job shadow. It would always look great. So that way you're able to move into a different role. And a lot of times that does come with some type of wage increase. Comes with more responsibilities, of course, but it also comes along with wage increase. So at that time you're doing your job shadowing, they know that you're really interested, and it's a good opportunity for you to make sure it's a good fit, because sometimes we see something out there and our heart will be pulling us in a different direction to want to apply, but it may not really be what we want. It looks good on paper, it looks good, the job description, but you really don't know the ins and outs until you start applying. This is how some of us can easily get ourselves in trouble, because we actually job hop and not or role hop without shadowing the job. And then when we get in there, we're like, oh my goodness, I feel like that emoji. What did I do? And we don't like it and we feel stuck. So job shadowing can assist you in promoting and being promoted. And the beautiful thing about that is you're changing sceneries, you're changing management, you're changing. And while you're able to job shadow, while you're able to actually shadow that particular position, pay attention to everything. Go in speaking to everyone. See how they respond. See how management actually relates to your response to you. Ask questions. Don't skip those questions. Let them know in advance if you need to. I just want to understand this role, so I may ask a lot of questions. Is that okay with you? I don't mean to bother you because I know you got to do your job, but I want to make sure that this is going to be great for me, and I'm not gonna mess up this role. You know, you might not want to just say, I don't want to be here if I'm not supposed to be here and I don't like y'all. You don't want to say that, but you do want to let them know that I may have a lot of questions that I'm going to ask, just so that I understand what this role entails. It's always good to have a conversation with that manager in that particular, for example, B role, so you can even ask questions. Because when you do that, that makes them feel you really want to be here, and you're going to be a great fit for that department and team. And then when you get that position, always keep your eyes open for the next, because I sure did. I was only in that role for, I don't know if it was a year, and I heard about, we had a big shift in one of these companies I work for. And then there was a management position that came available. Forget the team lead, forget the supervisor. I jumped straight to the management because all them roles were available. I said, manager. I had experience in management, but it was years ago in retail, but I put myself out there. And I went to the manager that was in charge at the time. She submitted my name to the VP. I had a meeting with the VP of the company, and they had a nerve to put me in a manager in training. And I worked that thing. 2 weeks later, they promoted me. 2 months later, they promoted me. So I'm telling you, be the best version of you on your job. Let it be as if you own this company. That means you want people like you working for you. And if you're not really doing what you're supposed to do on the job, then honey, would you fire yourself? Because you want people like you working for you. This is more than receiving a paycheck. It's about really wanting to be the best version of you, because you're going to be married to this job for however long. And it's taking a lot of your time away from your family. So that's why it's called work family. And I don't mean that you're supposed to come in and have BFFs all over the place on your job. But what I am saying to you is, we're with these people all the time. Make the best of it. Some people are having a bad day. Some people have bad days all the time. Some people are not morning people. Some people need coffee. Some people just want to be left alone. But it's important for us to have our discernment and cue so that we'll understand, hey, you know what? Team member C, she don't like really talking. She don't like dealing with people. She's standing off. You can just speak, keep smiling, and keep it moving. And sometimes our feelings can get so out of whack because people don't respond to us the way we want them to respond to us, especially if we go out of our way to do something or to speak. We have to always take in mind that person has a life outside of the job, and you don't know what they're going through, as well as you don't know their personality until they're able to let you in and you learn it. So until then, you could be the social butterfly in the room, but you just know who you need to be socializing with. And especially if you're looking to get promoted, keep that social butterfly a little down, because you never know if you could be their manager one day. And I'm telling you, it is no pretty party when you become the manager of a department of former co-workers. That in itself is a battle. So I hope this has encouraged you, educated you, and got you ready for that promotion, lady. So if you would love to just talk a little bit more about job shadowing or even resume, bring your resume in, send it to me so that I could see it, we could review it. It's a free consultation, even with that, because I want to see you win. And women in my program, when I tell you, they are winning. If they don't win, I don't win. I gotta win, so that means they gotta win. And that's by all means necessary. It is time for us as women. This is our time. Say it with me. This is my time. You know how to clap the hands. This is my time. This is your time. And that means we must rise up to the occasion. We must rise up from adversity. We must rise up and go after that bag, because our children need it and our children's children need it. It can't be everybody else getting it. It can't be everyone else learning it. It can't be everyone else getting those opportunities and we don't get it. It is laid up for us to receive it. If we don't work for it, if we don't go after it, then we can't have it. So if we don't rise up, we will miss it. And this is not the time to miss the opportunities that are laying at your feet. Sometimes we got to plow the ground, and that ground is hard. But I'm going to tell you, it's worth it. You may be the very first one in your family to ever open up certain doors for the others in your family. But be that person. Love them enough to want to see them win. Love them enough to want to see them come out. Love them enough to show them you don't have to stay in the state that you're in. And I don't mean location. I mean location. You don't have to stay in the state of mind that you are in. You have a dream. It is obtainable. And if you need help trying to find out what this is on the inside of you to do, shift careers, start your small business, or even excel your small business, take it to another level, your ministry, take it to another level, personal life, finances, credit repair, or not necessarily credit repair, but just really working on your credit, saving, investing, buying a house. I'm your woman. I'm the coach. I'm the consultant. So please, 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 it's a free consultation. It only takes you going to my website and selecting the date that works great with you. Signing up. We can have an audio consultation or we can have a video consultation. The video comes with a free demonstration of my digital workspace where I take what we have been sharing with one another in the actual consultation and I show you how I create a beginning stage of a roadmap for you to actually seize those opportunities to rise up and live your best life. It's time for us to rule. It's Women's Day and it's time for us to rule. We are women and it's time for us to rule. Reach out to me at lscgloballlc.com or you can text or call me at 404-644. Said that wrong, forgive me, I got so many numbers. 404-667-0567. Again, that's 404-667-0567. You can also email me at info@lscgloballlc.com. I look forward to being able to hear from you so that I can show you how to live this life you were meant to live. It's Women's Day, yeah. And it's going to be an amazing day for us. Peace and blessings.